Hello, everyone. Welcome to the conversation. I am Dr. Joan Coleman, IG Let Me Be Me, and Jay, and I'm with Rita.
Hi, I'm Rita Reynolds, and I'm on Instagram as the Reynolds Love.
I don't know why Rita paused. Did that sound like Oprah Rita? Rita! And Megan.
Megan Price, Megan P. 129.
You sound just like Oprah, Megan. Listen, right now we're going to talk about what's the one thing you have learned this month. Life is always changing, you're always growing, you're always learning. But did you particularly have an idea, an eye on something you learned this month? Rita, what have you learned this month?
Oh, so I learned that after 40, like you really like honestly don't care what people think about you.
Really? That's a
Like
good.
for real, like used to be like I used to care, but now not. And it's just so natural. It's not I don't make any effort. It's just like no, I don't care.
Yeah, I love that answer. Megan, what about you? What have you learned?
That is so true, by the way, that you just don't care and it's very natural. But one thing that I learned is no matter how hard you try, like whatever path you're on, as healthy as you could be, you make all the right decisions, like you can still get really slammed with a curveball. Like no, there is things that are outside of your control, and you need to swallow that pill right away and know that you'll figure it out and you'll deal with it. And everything that you have been doing is good and positive and helpful. However, you are not in control. You just can't control everything.
I love those answers. You just can't control everything. And Rita, I am with you right there. This is where I'm at right now. I don't care, right? I used to be like, okay, I think I used to be like, all right, okay, if you need me to do this, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be there. And I kind of cared about what people thought, and stuff like that. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me, right, Rita? And
Yeah.
when did you come to that conclusion? When did you say, listen, I'm done with the shenanigans. I'm gonna do me?
Because it's something like it's happened natural for me, that I
Yeah.
used to worry, and then I start to notice that there's a lot of things that I don't really care. And just because in my case I have people that make comments or judge me, like
Mhm.
frontal.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I just like desviate the conversation because I don't care what you think. We'll go different topic now.
Yeah, that's so true. It didn't come natural for me. I kind of was judged into that way that like with people, what they you give them, you give them all everything, and they take it for granted. They don't care, and so I came to a point like that was a lesson I had to learn. Like these people don't care about you. So you have to go do what you need to do to free yourself. And I think that's where I am in this journey. And Megan, like you said, things happen, life happens. You don't control anything. So Megan, when did you discover that, this is just what it is, and I'm going to have to deal with it and live with it, this way?
Yeah, I think that, there's things that come at you all the time that you can kind of like steer, but then there's certain things that you just can't, and they're just in your face and you have to figure out how to deal with it. And I think that it happens all the time in a different capacity for everybody. Maybe it's not one big thing that hits you, but I think that there are a lot of even like little things that happen. I mean, the people around you, your health, your family, like there are just so many. You're just a product of your environment, and you just try to do the best thing that you can do with the experiences that you have. But no matter what, you still might get, like a big slam.
Right.
So I think it's hard.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Because that's why you're not supposed to really take anything for granted. Don't take your health for granted. Don't take that you have a roof over your head for granted. Don't take that you have food for granted. There are many people who had that stuff, and in an instant they lost it. So I love what you said. Like nothing's really in our control, but we control ourselves. We're only responsible for ourselves. So Rita, knowing what you know now, and how you became free of what people think, their opinions, at least you're veering into that way. What would you tell your younger self, like, that used to worry all the time about people and how they see you and judge you? What would you tell your younger self?
Yeah, probably like be more like less aggressive, like think more, like just like react. If someone says something that I don't like, I just be very reactive, not anymore. So I think I learned that with the years too,
Yeah.
Now next week I will be past 41, but I feel like this is the stage of every woman think that you start to be yourself and you don't care about, you know.
Yeah, it takes a long time, right? You had to go
Oh
through
yeah,
your
40.
20s, you had to go through your 30s, and then you come one day, you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to deal with that, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think, Megan? What would you tell your younger self, knowing that how life changes and things change, things don't stay the same? What would you tell your younger self?
Just keep making the next best decision. Just keep trying to pick the right decision. And that's not what maybe somebody else might think is the right thing, but it's like only up to you. Don't listen to the outside things. You know what you know, and you feel how you feel. And without anybody else's influence, you pick what would be you don't need to know it all. You just need to
Right.
know the next best decision. That's it.
Listen, you heard it here first. That was an awesome conversation. You really control nothing but yourself. You really control, let me say it again, nothing but yourself, your emotion, your attitude, your energy, whatever it is, you control it within yourself. And no outside forces, Megan, what you say, no outside forces can tell you different, right? So even with the what Rita said earlier about being free to be me, free to be me. If we knew what we knew then, back then, now, we would be a whole different person, but it wasn't meant to be that way. We learn as we grow, right? We learn, we live, we grow. So don't beat yourself up when you don't get it right. Listen, if you are going through something right now, and if you feel like a freedom and you've learned something this month, put it in the comment box. Let us know. And don't forget to like, share, comment. We'll get back to you, right, ladies? Yeah, we'll get back to you. And listen, tell somebody about the conversation. Invite them to join our conversation group on Facebook, and we'll just be so happy to have you. I am Dr. Joan Coleman, IG Let Me Be Me and Jay, and I'm with Rita.
I'm Rita Reynolds, and I'm on Instagram as the Reynolds Love.
And Megan.
Megan Price, Megan P1299 on Insta.
And this is the conversation. We'll see you next time. Bye.